Life is not a race to an ultimate destination, but a journey filled with milestones, some large, some small, and each one deserves recognition. Often we find ourselves so consumed by the idea of achieving success that we forget the importance of progress. But progress, my friends, is what keeps us moving forward. It's what breathes life into our dreams and reminds us that every step, no matter how small, matters. I want you to imagine this: you're climbing a mountain. You see the peak, that's your ultimate goal. But as you take each step, as you navigate rocky paths and steep inclines, do you stop to admire the view from where you are? Or are your eyes fixed solely on the summit? If you're only focused on the top, you're missing the beauty of the journey, the strength you've gained, and the courage you've mustered to get there. Now, let me tell you a story of my story. As many of you know, I was born without arms and legs. There were days when getting out of bed felt like a monumental task. Imagine struggling with something as simple as brushing your teeth, something so many take for granted. For a long time, I was trapped in a cycle of despair, questioning why I was different, why I had to face such challenges. But then I realized something powerful. I didn't have to wait until I achieved something huge to feel proud of myself. I could celebrate the small victories, learning to hold a pen with my foot, speaking in front of a classroom for the first time, or even just smiling on a day when it felt impossible to do so. Each of those moments was progress, and each one deserved to be celebrated. They weren't the end of the road, but they were proof that I was moving forward. You see, progress is what gives you momentum. Think about a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, almost unnoticeable, but as it keeps rolling, it grows larger and more powerful. That's how progress works. Each step builds on the last, and before you know it, you've created something incredible. But here's the thing: if you don't stop to acknowledge those smaller steps, you might lose the motivation to keep going. You might forget how far you've already come. That's why it's so important to celebrate progress, not just success. When you celebrate your progress, you're telling yourself, I'm capable, I'm resilient, I'm moving forward. And let's talk about failure, because no journey of progress is without its setbacks. I've fallen physically and emotionally more times than I can count. But every time I got back up, it was progress. Every time I chose to believe in myself when it would have been easier to give up, it was progress. I want you to remember this: failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of it. It's a stepping stone, a lesson, a chance to grow. When you shift your perspective to see failure as progress, you stop fearing it and start embracing it. You start celebrating the fact that you had the courage to try, the strength to endure, and the wisdom to learn. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, Nick, it's easy to say celebrate progress, but how do I do it? How do I find joy in the small things when I'm still so far from where I want to be? And I get it. I've been there. But here's what I've learned: gratitude is the key. When you're grateful for what you have, you're able to see the beauty in the journey. You're able to appreciate the progress you've made, even if it's not perfect. So start small. At the end of each day, take a moment to reflect on what you've accomplished, no matter how insignificant it might seem. Did you make a tough phone call? Did you step outside of your comfort zone? Did you take one step closer to your goal? Celebrate that. Write it down. Share it with someone you trust. And most importantly, let yourself feel proud. Because you deserve it. I want to challenge you to shift your mindset. Instead of saying, I'll be happy when I reach the top, start saying, I'm proud of how far I've come. Instead of waiting for the world to applaud your success, learn to applaud your own progress. Because here's the truth: the world might not always notice your small wins, but that doesn't make them any less valuable. Your progress is personal. It's a testament to your strength, your perseverance, and your commitment to growth. And as you celebrate your progress, something amazing happens. You inspire others. When people see you appreciating your journey, they're encouraged to do the same. Your story becomes a beacon of hope, a reminder that progress is worth celebrating. I can't tell you how many times I've shared my small victories with an audience, only to have someone come up to me afterward and say, Nick, if you can celebrate learning to write with your foot, I can celebrate my progress too. That's the power of celebrating progress. It's not just about you, it's about creating a ripple effect of positivity and encouragement. So here's my message to you: don't wait for the finish line to start celebrating. Don't wait for the world to tell you you've made it. Celebrate the first step, the next step, and every step in between. Celebrate the fact that you're trying, that you're learning, that you're growing. Celebrate the progress that often goes unnoticed, because it's in those moments that true success is born. Success isn't a trophy or a title, it's the accumulation of every bit of progress you've made along the way. As I close, I want to leave you with this thought: life is a gift, and every moment of progress is a part of that gift. When you learn to celebrate your progress, you're not just living for the big moments, you're living fully, authentically, and joyfully. So keep climbing your mountain, keep striving for your goals, but don't forget to pause, look around, and celebrate how far you've come, because you are incredible, and every step of your journey is worth celebrating.